We recently sat down with Camp Cretaceous producer and showrunner Scott Kreamer to discuss all things Season 4 and beyond. Having watched the release of the latest season of Netflix's Jurassic World animated show, we had plenty of questions, which Scott was more than happy to answer. In the first season of the show, the campers were joined by counselors Dave and Roxie, who unfortunately were forced to evacuate the island, reluctantly leaving the campers behind. But did they ever make any efforts to return to the island and find the campers after that? Will we ever see Dave and Roxie again? Here's what Scott had to say.
I would say it's possible. That's as non-spoiler as I can be. But we do know Dave and Roxie are out there, and we know they didn't want to leave the island without the kids. So hopefully we'll find that out. Early days, and it didn't end up making it into one of our early seasons. But the idea, pulling back the curtain, is that there were infrared scans done on the island while the kids were down in the tunnels dealing with Tora. Was always and there never seemed to be a way to kind of get that information out where it didn't just feel like exposition. But that was, in our minds, when the kids were down, they did, and all that showed up were, reptiles. And so in our mind, that's how we justified the Marines not showing up to come rescue these kids. The way we left season 4, obviously, I think that we definitely know where we want to head. We definitely have. We're kind of coming closer to the end of this chapter, and so I think now that we've introduced the much alluded to Kenji's father into the mix, I would say he'll be would be a big player in that, and I think the sky's the limit as far as where we can go with that.
You were right, boss. Dumb kid did have help.
You shouldn't leave important devices like these lying around. They could fall into the wrong.
Dad?
We covered a lot in our interview with Scott Kreamer. We discussed Camp Cretaceous' ties to Dominion, and if you missed the last video, find the link to that in the description. We asked Scott about Isla Sorna. Be sure to catch our other videos from this interview.